From lowered to lifted, mild to wild, trucks were among the top-selling vehicles offered at Barrett-Jackson, the world's greatest collector car auction held at Westworld of Scottsdale this past January. Hi there, I'm Rick DeBrule. You know, the top brands, including Ford, Chevrolet, and Dodge, were naturally well represented. And among the special moments was the sale of a custom 2023 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon pickup with 100% of its $275,000 hammer price benefiting Building Homes for Heroes. So here are your top 10 trucks from the 2024 Barrett-Jackson Scottsdale auction. Starting things off at number 10 is a custom build that has been hand fabricated from front to back and powered by a fuel-injected Hemi engine.
Lot number 1449.1, description changed since the catalog. 1969 Fargo W300 custom pickup, titled as a 1969 Dodge 200 250. Hand fabricated front to back, all steel body, extensive all steel modifications, all steel body, and a 392 Hillborn stack fuel injected Hemi.
Hi, Folks, Les bought this a long way just for Barrett-Jackson. We say it's fuel-injected Hemi. We're talking serious horsepower under the hood. But look at this work of art here, Joseph. Let's get her sold.
Thank you, Steve. Right here to get down. What are you paying? How about it on it? Here to get down to get this thing here. Right here to get down. What? Oh, mercy, my. I had to get down 300 and 300,000 on it. Down to get down 300 grand. Down here to get down 70, get 50, 75 and 75 and 100 and 100,000, 25 and 125, 55 and 125 on it. Here to get down. Want to get down 25 down to get down 125, 125,000 on it. Down to get down 125 to get down 5 to get down 555, 125, 125,000 on it. Down to get down to get it here. Look at it to get down 125, 55 on it. Here to get down 125, 125,000 on it. 10, 20, 120, 30, 130,000 on it. 130,000 on it. Down to get down to get this thing right here to get down 130,000 on it. 130, 130,000 on it. Down to get down 130 down to here to get down. What do you want to pay to get down 130,000 on it all through? And 130,000 on it. 130,000 on it. And 130, 40 and 140, 140. Out to get down 140, 140,000 on it. Down to get down to get it here. Look at it to get down 140,000 on it. Kurt, go ahead. 150, 150, and all the way in the corner. 60, 160, 160,000 on it. Down to get down. 160, 160,000 on it. 160,000 on it. Out of it to get down. What do you want to pay to get down? 160,000 on it all through. 160,000 on it. 160,000 on it. Out of it to get out. Kurt, go ahead. 160.
Truck was block sanded, then refinished. It's got the 392 Hillborn stack fuel injected Hemi. Comes from one of our leading consigners. Bid with absolute confidence. All steel body.
60 and now 70. Hey, 170,000 on it, and 70,000 on it, and 80,000 on it, and 180. To get down 180 on him here to get down 1 to get down 80. To get down 180,000 on it. Down to get down to get it here. Look at it 90 and 190 and now 200 and 200 and 200 and 200,000 on it. Hey, what's up, Stead? 200,000 on it and 200,000 on it. Down to get down here to get down 200,000 is bid and 225 and 225 and 225,000 out of 10. You want 10 and 210,000 out of it to get out 10 and 210,000 out of it to get out through. All done, Kurt. Give me one more read. That's one hell of a truck there.
It is a ton of truck, folks. It's a modern Ram 3500 four-wheel drive chassis and all steel body, fuel injected. Hemi got it all.
20. I had to get down 20. I had to get down 20 and 220,000 and 220,000 on it and 220,000 on it. Out of it to get out. What do you want to pay? And 220,000 on it. Out of it to get all through. All done. And 220 and 220 and 220,000 on it. Out of it to get out to get it here. Look at it to get all through. All done. Last call. And 220 and 220,000 on it. Out of it to get out 20,000 on it. And 220 on it. Out of it to get out 20 and a half. Stormy's in the lead. I've got 200 asking 220, and I have sold for $200,000 Stormy.
Tied with number 10, the number 9 spot belongs to a stunning Chevy 3100 custom pickup truck with a new Chevrolet Performance LT4 engine.
Here's 1294, a 1954 Chevy 3100 custom pickup. Well, this is a resto mod. Of course, it's been lowered. The grill bars, the bumpers have been chromed, LED headlights. This has a Ride-Tech, a front suspension, Borla mufflers, and a 6-speed manual transmission behind the GM Performance LT4 engine.
Yeah, and just the point we were making a moment ago where they're putting Ford Gen 2, Gen 3 Coyote engines into the Ford products. Obviously, the GM crate engines that have kind of been ruling the aftermarket world for the last decade or so. It's nice to see that going in the proper motor here. And once again, they got a 6-speed transmission. Everything on the outside of this has been done. This is a nice custom.
This one wears a roll pan instead of a rear bumper for more of a hot rod look. A little bit of cutout there for the quad exhaust tips.
It looks great, and it's bringing great money. Current bid closing in on $200,000.
Look at those huge forged alloy wheels. Those look to be 22s in the back, perhaps 20s up front. Gleaming candy apple paint, Hammer.
You called it, Rick. The market is white hot for custom pickup trucks. $200,000.
Built with a custom exhaust and electric cutouts, our number 8 spot is home to a Ford F-250.
1977 Ford F-250 custom pickup. Titled as 1977 Ford Special Construction. Sold on bonded title. Title in transit. 2024 Barrett Jackson Cup participant F-250.
I'm ready to get down 3/4. Crew cab. Have a look here. Have it to get down 200. Have it to get down 200. Time to get down 100. Have it to get down 25, 50. At 50,000. Have it to get down 50,000. 50,000. Have it to get down 50. 75,000. Have it to get down 60, 75, 85, 85 and 100. Have it to get down 100,000. Have it to get down quarter. Have it to get down 125,000. 150. Have it to get down 100 and a half here. 35, 50. At 150,000. Have it to get down 150,000. Now 60. 160,000. Have it to get down 150. 160. 160,000. Now 70,000, to get down 170, now 80, 180,000, to get down 180,000, 80,000, to get down 180, now 90, now 90, now 2, 200,000, to get down 2, to get down 200, yes, 200, and now 10, to get down 210, 20, 20,000, to get down 20.
Come on, Scottsdale, we're having fun. Friday at Barrett Jackson. Let's hear some noise out there.
20,000, to get down 200, down 20,000, to get down 20, 200,000, to get down 20,000, to get down 20, 20,000, to get down 20, 20, hey, everybody get down 200, now 20, everybody get down 20,000, everybody get down 20 to 20 to 20 to 20, hey, everybody get down 220, 220, hey, everybody get down, but everybody get down, hey, everybody get down $200,000, 220, real quick, Kurt, everybody get down $220,000.
Got a built big block Ford, aluminum intake, chrome valve covers, crew cab, short bed.
Right, hey, everybody get down 220, everybody get down 200,000, everybody get down 20, everybody get down 20,000, everybody get down here, everybody get down 200 with Jesse, is that correct? Everybody get down 20,000, everybody get down 20, everybody get down, everybody 202, not 220. I had too many twos in there. Everybody get down 202, 205. Everybody get down 58. Everybody get down 202, 205. Everybody get down 558. Everybody get down, what do you say up here? So, $202,000, Jesse.
Frame off restored, the number 7 spot belongs to a custom K10 with a 495 horsepower LS3 under the hood.
Here's lot number 1419.1. This vehicle's not in your printed catalog. Here's a 1967 Chevy K10 custom pickup. One of only 1,046 produced with the short bed fleet side 4x4. Here's a beautiful K10.
All right, to get down 40 paying, have it at 100, to get down to get this thing out here to get down 40 paying, 70 to get 500, to get down 50, now 75, now 100, and $100,000, now to get down 1, and $100,000, and 100,000, now to get down 75 and 100, and $100,000, and $100,000. Down, to get down 1, to get down 75 and 100, and 100,000 to get down 1, I did get down 1, and 90, now 100, and 90, now 100, and $90,000, 95, now 100, and 100,000 to get down 110, 110, 20, 120, 30, 130,000 to get down 1 to get down 30, 130 to get down 1 to get down 30, 1 to get down 30, 1 to get down 30, 40, 140, 50, 50, 75, you want 60, and now 75, and 175 rolled it away, and 175, and 175, 5, to get down 175, to get down 175, and 170, and now you want 80, and now 200, and 200, and 200, and $200,000, and 200,000, and to get down $200,000, to get down 195, 2, and 180, now 90, and 180, 90, 190, and 190, and $190,000, $190,000, to get down 90, now 2, and 95, and 195, 2, and $200,000, and 2, and $200,000, to get down 210, you want 10, and 210, and 210, 10, 20, and $220,000, and $220,000, to get down 20, 20, 20, and $220,000, and 220, and 530, and 230, 130, and 50, and 250, and $250,000, and $250,000, and $250,000, to get down 2, to get down 50, and $250,000 all through, and $250,000, and 250, and $250,000, to get out. You got 255 or 35 back there. 225, 235, and 225, 235, and 225 to get now 35, and 235, 5, he's out over here, and 235 down, to get all through, all done and a half. Sold for $225,000.
If you like this top 10 list, don't forget to like and subscribe. Just go ahead, hit that button down below. We'll wait for you, I promise. At number 6 on our list, we have a fully custom Cheyenne Super with a GM licensed chassis. Now, this rides on a 4-inch lift kit with independent front suspension and a rear 4-link suspension.
1972 Chevrolet K10 Cheyenne Super Custom Pickup. Professional 2,000-hour Vocal restoration by Special Blend Motor Garage. A resto mod, a modern GM chassis, modern GM factory independent front suspension, 525 horsepower.
How much? $100,000, and then 25, 50, hit 25, back up a 50, 75, back up a come running, negative 100, negative quarter, negative 125, 5, 30, 30, 30, 40, and 140, 50, and 150, 60, and 160, 170 grand, and 170, 80, now 80, now 80, 30, now 80, on, I'm going to be 180, and now $180,000, give 80, here, going to be 80, down, now 80, now 80, now 80, now 90, now 90, now 90, and now 180, 190, and now 180, 92, 10, 10, negative 2, negative now 10, and now 210, and now 210, and now 200, negative 10, 10, 20, 20, 22, 20, and now 220, 30, and now 30, 30, 30, I'm going to be 30, here, going to be negative 2, 30, 30, 40, 40, 40, 50, and now 250, and now 250, and now 250,000, now 60, 60, 70, and now 270 grand, 70 grand, 70 grand, 70 grand, 80, 80, 80, now 80, now 90, now 3, 3, 3, and now 3 and 3, I'm going to be 93, I'm going to be 2, 93, I'm going to be 3, 10, 10, 10, I'm going to be 5, I'm going to be 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, a bit 10, a bit 10, negative 3, negative 3, 10, and I sold it $300,000.
Built by Tre 5 Customs and debuting at SEMA in 2021, this next 3100 custom pickup comes in at number 5.
Here's a vehicle Tyler previewed for us earlier in the staging lanes. It's a 1950 Chevy 3100 custom pickup.
And we'll talk about this we'll talk about that in just a second, but to your point, there's the great scene in Ford versus Ferrari when Ken Miles is banging away on the trunk because it wouldn't fit a suitcase. All right, back to the truck ahead of us right now, a 1950 Chevy 3100 pickup, and they have nicknamed this, I'm not sure if it's Orangus or Orangus. I'm going to go with Orangus because it's pretty orange from top to bottom.
Comes out of MS Classic Cars in Seekonk, Massachusetts. Been featured in a couple of different trucks. Custom orange chrome air paint, which is quite stunning. Was painted right here in Peoria, Arizona. Diamond stitch seats, a lot of work out back too.
Well, I was going to say, forget the chassis cam. You can see everything you want to see up here. How about those Borla exhausts? How about that suspension in the rear? All the way to the point you can see the drive shaft coming through. It's bringing big money, and I can see why. The detail on this is spectacular, and I love the way they've got the orangish tint to the wood to match the color of the truck.
Creativity and craftsmanship ring the bell at Barrett-Jackson.
And this did indeed start life as a real 1950 Chevy. Imagine what it looked like in maybe the mid-50s, probably used and abused. Today, it is off the charts, spectacular, closing in on $300,000.
The crowd exhorting the bidders. Auctioneer Shane Ratcliffe about to have a come apart. Here we are, 305.
Sold at $300,000.
Coming in at number 4 is a very special truck. This one even has a nickname. It's called Sinister 56, and it was the winner of the Chevrolet Design Award Truck of the Year at SEMA in 2018.
Lot number 1346, 1956 Chevrolet 3100 custom pickup, Sinister 56. Built for SEMA, twin turbo LS 427, Tremec T56, 6-speed manual transmission, SEMA Chevrolet Design Award Truck of the Year.
Oh, look at this. What are we going to 500. 25, 50, and now 25, 50, 75, 75, 100. Yeah, 75, 100, and 100, now quarter, and I'm on 25, 150, and I'm on 25, 150, and now 125, 50, 75, and now tail, and I'm on 75, 175, $200,000, 175, tail. I 200, now quarter, I 210, 20, I 210, 20, 210, 20, 30, 30, muscle one, please. I 220, 30, I 220, 30, I 220, $230,000, 20, 30, I 220, now 30, and now 40, 25, and now 30, 225, $230,000, back to the right. I 225, 30, now 5, hold it right there. I 230, now 5, I 235, you want it, 235, now 5, now 5, now 40, I 235, 240, button up, roll away. I 235, $240,000, 40, I 240, and now 40, and now 5, and now 5, you want it, 245, 250, and now 250, and now 245, 50, 60, and 250, and 60, down, 260, and now 70, and now 70, you want it, 260, 70, and now 70, 80, and now 270, 80, and now 70, 80, and $270,000, 80 to bid, 80 to buy, 270, 80, and now 290, and now 290, and 280 bid, 90, 90, water, now 300, and now 290 bid, 300, well, 3 to bid, 33, 10, $300,000, Kurt, 300,000.
A SEMA show truck, a SEMA award-winning truck, twin turbo 427, incredible build.
300 is bid, and now 310. Y'all throwing down and a half. So $300,000.
Rounding out the top three is a 1967 C10 pickup with a supercharged LS3 engine.
Moving on, lot 1067 is a 67 Chevy C10 custom pickup.
Well, this one you can see under the hood, a supercharged LS engine. I was talking to the consignor. He was riding the passenger seat as it came up on the block. He said about 550 horsepower. So he didn't want to build it to be absolutely crazy. Definitely streetable, but plenty of horsepower. And then you can see the rest of the truck build around it is absolutely flawless. Beautiful firewall and presentation there. And you go down the side, laser straight body on this 67 pickup.
Well, going into this auction, we knew the C10 pickups were going to be on fire, and we're right now sitting at $215,000. I don't want to say this one's flaming, but it is moving fast.
Yeah, I think it's got a ways to go, too. Let's see.
1967, of course, the very first year for this body style, and I think this, wow. Oh. This 67 to 72 just seems to be the high water mark for what people want out of these custom C10 pickups.
Could it be? Could it be? Yes, it could. $300,000. And there it goes. Whoa. Talk about a Barrett Jackson moment. New top seller.
The runner-up on our top 10 list is powered by a 6.7-liter D&J Cummins diesel engine. And this one's a Ford.
Now here's a 1956 Ford F600 custom pickup.
This was one of the finalists last year at the Barrett Jackson Cup. This thing is absolutely spectacular. Thousands of hours went into the build. Pay attention to this thing because the more you look, the better it is. Absolutely flawless.
Ever think you'd see one of these done with a modern road racing style splitter? I never did. But everything here is in this body color battleship gray. This one's been dropped to within 2 inches of the pavement and stretched. It's a crew cab. How about that?
Well, yeah, no shortage of F1s, F100s, F150s that we see here at the auction, but this is an F600. And what I love are the suicide doors that they've got here. See how they can open. We have to open the front one first, then we can get into the back. Just enough leg room so that the people in the back seat can properly be inside. And I love the wood inserts in the door with the leather down below. And then go take a look at the bed and what they've done. It's not just your standard, let's throw some slats in the back. They've curved that piece, set it in, and molded the body around it.
Our buddy Steve Magnante is recuperating. Hope he's back with us soon. He loves the art of the exhaust pipe, and I've never seen them done like this, sticking out from the fenders below the taillights on an F-Series pickup. Wow, what a build.
And going back, Steve Davis, when he was up on the auction block talking about this, was talking about all the details. And look how this has just been slightly concave there. Normally it'd be at an angle, and there'd be flat across there. This has been properly smooth all the way across.
500,000 takes it. It's got to be, and I'm checking, the highest price we've seen for a custom truck.
And number one on our list is a wild beast. We have the internet famous 2009 six-wheel drive 6x6 Humvee.
Oh my word. What? 2009 AM General Humvee Custom Military 6x6 pickup.
Never have I ever seen an IMSA Humvee. But I'll bet if this was running in the Rolex 24 Hours of Daytona this weekend, everybody would get out of its way.
Well, they had a few incidents at the beginning of the race. The thing that would happen is, you'd get into the incident, but you'd survive it better than all the other cars. And you'd take out a few cars with you. I can tell you this, when this was sitting over in the showcase pavilion, every time I walked by it, it had a crowd of people. Everybody wanted to come and take a look at this thing because it is such a wild build. Now, this started off as a legitimate Humvee. It has a serial number instead of an actual VIN number, which the Hummers are born with. But this Humvee started off in life as military. It's a long way from there.
So look at all the coilover shocks and the rocker arm suspension. Of course, you got to have two sets because you have two rear axles. And yes, that's a supercharged Hemi engine sitting there. And we're at a jaw-dropping $390,000 400 bid.
So come back up front, because I'm not quite sure what these things are. Are these, front spoilers, or is it just a place to step on? Because it's got that, stop stuff right there.
And I really appreciate all of the vehicles that come across this deck. And I got to when the guys from Danton Arts Customs and Frenchy Exports came to the shop, they just barely missed SEMA, just weren't quite through with the final details. Brought it down there, and I told them, I said, guys, this has to go to Barrett. It is so amazing, so thought processed out, and so different than anything you'll ever see. And it is an absolute monster on the road. It's got a Hellcat motor in the back. It is just the thought process that these guys put into it. I'll let Frenchy Experts tell you. Let's let it roll.
All right, let's go.
And now 450.
Well, we keep saying there's something for everyone at Barrett-Jackson, but I never thought there'd be this.
But what I love about this, whether I want it or not, is I love all of the creativity that went into it. Somebody took something and said, all right, let's throw the paper away, start clean sheet. Yeah, it's technically a Hummer, but it's going to go crazy from there. I mean, the mere concept that you've got this mid-engine, six-wheel drive beast of a car. Look at that, with the engine completely exposed. I'm just not sure where they came up with the idea. What were they thinking at the moment they went, yeah, I got an idea?
Did you see the shifter? You should. First off, the bomber seats that are there, and look at the shifter. It is a military helmet and more. And we're still going to the moon, it seems.
All right, so here's the big question. At what speed do you have to be at to make this rear wing functional? Because I don't know that I want to go fast enough in this thing to make that rear wing functional. Because, you usually have to be going pretty fast.
I did not wake up this morning thinking we would see a $700,000 Humvee roll across the auction block. Today, next year, ever.
$750,000. Are you kidding me?
Thanks for tuning in to our top 10 trucks from the Barrett-Jackson 2024 Scottsdale auction. We'd appreciate it if you'd click down there to both like and subscribe, and that way you can see more auction action.